Hello and welcome back to Modern Yarns Crochet Podcast, your go-to podcast for all things crochet, crochet fashion, and even some amazing tips and tricks along the way. We will be talking each week about different topics, from trends, social media, and even setting up a business. So get comfy, make sure you subscribe, and pick up your latest project. Let's get started. Right, so I've realised we are on episode 4 of this podcast, and I have never ever introduced myself. So apologies for that, but I thought we'd do sort of like a meet the maker, designer profiling kind of thing, and just see where it goes, alright? So first and foremost, hello, my name is Safia. I know, big surprise to you all. I've never once said it. So yes, I am 22. I'm from the UK, Bristol to be specific, which is the southwest. But I currently live in Germany, again in the southwest near Stuttgart. And I've been crocheting since 2018, which is when we actually moved to Germany. And I didn't have a job and we didn't have a lot of money. So that's when I found crocheting. Somebody years before then had said crocheting is really hard, so I actually bought a hook but never did a single thing. And to be honest, I did find that hook like a few years afterwards, during my crocheting journey, and I realized that would have been a terrible hook to start with. It was like a chunky 10mm hook. It would have been so difficult to start with. So, everything happens for a reason. I wasn't making it easy for myself. So, yes, I've been crocheting for the last, what year are we in? Like 2.5 years now. But this whole like Corona thing, I flew home when it first started last March, and I ended up staying there for about 3 months. And obviously we had an awful lot of time, and that is when my crocheting journey really started. So back in 2018, like I said, didn't have a job, didn't have much money, but a hook I picked up for I think €1, and some yarn I picked up for €1. So it is an incredibly cheap hobby to start, and that's where it all began. I used YouTube and it just went on from there. Now I have 4 patterns that I have published, and you can find them on my website, you can find them on my Etsy, on Lovecrafts, which is like my favourite yarn website. So that was pretty exciting to get published on there, even though it's not really like hard, you just have to have a proper pattern. But it still felt like a big pride and a big step. So I've got that one under my belt. A little bit about my sort of design background. I've been doing textiles and fashion since, GCSEs, before then, at home with the sewing machine. I have a level 3 diploma in textiles and fashion, and then I have an extended diploma in crochet nonetheless. And I studied that whilst I was in Germany, just to have it under my belt and develop my professionalism. So yeah, we've been working on that, and I swear for the last over a year now, we're not in March anymore, since last March I've crocheted every single day. I cannot even keep track of all the things that I've crocheted because some of them have not been finished, we've all been there. Some of them have been frogged and rolled up into new balls of yarn. Some have been sold, some have been gifted. It's just been amazing, and I cannot believe how it started. It's like those things when you're not looking for it, but it finds you, and it is the biggest blessing. So the beginning of the whole, I guess, business side of this started when I'd set up my Instagram page, and I wasn't really expecting much. Like, I had different focuses back then. I was trying to build other businesses, which have flopped, but it was recognized by like some family members and some friends, and they started asking for things, and they were offering money, and I was like, okay, wow. People actually want this, and they are enjoying being a part of this process, and they're actually asking for my work. So let's maybe take this a little step forward. And it just grew from there. I was not expecting the response now, or even to be in the position where I am now. I was very happy with slow growth, and it definitely was slow at the beginning, for sure. We're getting there. We really are growing a bit more now, especially with publishing patterns. I think that that's a really important step to make if you want to make what's the word? Like a substantial income? Is that the right word? We'll roll with it. You know what I mean, right? It just creates a bit more flow, and even though it's like little chunks of money here and there, they come more frequently, I find. So that would be my bit of advice to you. Once you get confident enough, get involved in the designing and publishing and testing and all of that. That process is really, really amazing. And they're your products, they're your designs, and no one can take that away from you once you've published it and all of that. It's an amazing feeling, amazing sense of pride, and just really establishing yourself as a designer. So I thoroughly recommend, if you are wanting to start a business, obviously start by practicing all your skills through pieces, but as soon as you can, start publishing your patterns. It's a game changer. So that's a little past and present info. I want to talk about the future, and the future for me and Modern Yarns and things like that. So working and living in a different country obviously creates challenges. I also have a bit of a barrier in my head because I know that I want my business to be mainly UK based, and so I kind of have to wait to properly grow it for when I'm in the UK. So that's kind of, I'm going to go with the flow with that, maybe I can make it work, but I'm very happy to go with the flow, and I've enjoyed the pace that we've been growing at. So that's that. Yes, it can be done. I can make it work, but I'm very happy with going with what's happening now. It's working out very well. But I do know roughly when I want to go back to the UK. So I have my deadline for my goals. So I know that I have, I don't know how long, a year and a half to really make some progress and really set out some systems so that when I do go back to the UK, it is just growth time, right? And it's going to be all about registering the business and making it all very official, because at the moment I am doing everything legal to German standards. So that's all good, promise. And then, yes, when I go back to the UK, it'll be making everything legal and proper there. If, touch wood, we're still here. But that's what I mean when I say, like, I'm very happy with the pace things are going, because it's very sustainable and very very comfortable. That is a dangerous word, but it is very comfortable at the moment, and that's kind of what I need in this business, because I want to enjoy it. I don't really have any pressure on my business because I do work full time as a kindergarten teacher, which I love. And so yeah, we are just going with the flow, enjoying things, and we've been doing that for the last year and a half, 2 years now, since sort of starting to sell a few bits and bobs, and the growth has still happened. So I'm sticking to this system, and I'm thoroughly loving it and enjoying it. I love selling patterns and selling my items, and just being a part of the community on Instagram is really inspiring. I mean, my goodness, there are some incredible accounts there that just, oh my gosh, they blow you away with what they are creating. So it's, yeah, just a wonderful thing to be a part of. But yeah, I mean, we're talking about the future. I don't really know where I see it. I don't think I have very clear goals, but that's definitely going to be something to work on, and I'm very excited to sort of figure that out and just enjoy the journey of it all. That's what we really need to do, is just to savor the journey and roll with it. But yeah, thank you so much for being here and being a part of this journey, because this is sort of like a new thing that we've started up and I'm enjoying it. I love just chatting to you guys for minutes and minutes and minutes on end. So yeah, that's it from me today. But don't go away just yet. I want to say a massive thank you for letting me dive into my favourite topic and letting me chat away. I will see you in the next episode of Modern Yarns Crochet Podcast. And like I said earlier, this has been Safia, and I started Modern Yarns. And I want to say thank you to each and every one of you for being a part of the journey, because that is the most important part. Thank you guys. See you soon. Bye.